Hey guys, Frosty Knives here, back with another EU book review, and today we are on book 3 of the Last of the Jedi series, Underworld, published in 2005 and clocking in at 137 pages. So last we left our heroes, Ferris and Trevor. They were on their way to Coruscant, looking for a Jedi who had gone there and had never returned, a Jedi named Phi Tor. So they make it to Coruscant, and they figure the best place to look for a Jedi is the Jedi Temple, because they heard rumors that the Empire had turned the Jedi Temple into a prison, and were keeping Jedi that had been taken by the Empire and have been imprisoned in the temple. So they break into the old Jedi Temple. It's been devastated. There's been a lot of fires set. It's crawling with stormtroopers. The High Inquisitor Malorum's office is in the Jedi Temple in Yoda's old private quarters. So they break in and looking for this Jedi. They make their way down to the bottom of the temple. And they eventually come upon a room filled with discarded lightsabers. And they realize two things. One, these are the lightsabers from the Jedi that the Empire have killed in the Purge. And you will find out, this is one of the first instances where we find out that the Emperor is a massive hoarder. He hoards everything. And as we continue to learn about the Empire and the Emperor and things going forward, you will find out just how big of a hoarder Emperor Palpatine really is. So they realize that these are the weapons of the Jedi that were killed. And then they also realize that there's no prison. There's no prison here. That was all a trap. So this was a trap sent by the Empire to catch any Jedi who were dumb enough to break into the temple looking for prisoners. And they find that out rather quickly as they are surrounded by stormtroopers. And Inquisitor Malorum and Darth Vader. But in spite of all of the opposition laid up against them, they managed to break out of the temple, and they go down to the lower levels. And now Obi-Wan told Ferris at one point that if you're ever in trouble and you're on Coruscant and you need assistance and information, go find Dex. So that's what Ferris does. He goes down to the lower levels looking for Dex, Dexter Jetster. And he eventually finds Dex's diner. It's no longer there. It's been destroyed. Dex is no longer there. He doesn't know where Dex is. He comes across somebody who's on the street, and he's like, hey, do you happen to know where the diner used to be? Oh, yeah, that thing is destroyed. Do you know if Dexter is still around? Well, we don't know if he's still around, but we think he might be part of the Erased. So what are the Erased? The Erased are a bunch of people who are on the run from the Empire, and they have wiped out all information about their existence from public record, and they went into hiding in the lower levels. So they have literally erased themselves, right, from existence, from the HoloNet, from any records, from anything. So Ferris thinks that maybe Dex is part of this group. So he keeps going. He goes a little further down, and he eventually does run into Dex and the Erased, who are hiding out in the lower levels of Coruscant. And Dex is like, oh, you're a friend of Obi-Wan. And yes, and Obi-Wan sends his regards. He's still alive. And Dex is happy that Obi-Wan is still alive. He says, but I'm looking for a Jedi. Do you know anything about a Jedi? And Dex hasn't heard anything about any Jedi, Jedi that Ferris is looking for. So he says, I have not heard anything, but I did hear a rumor, because Dex hears all kinds of rumors. I did hear a rumor that if you're in search of something, you go down even further down to the lower levels and you look for something called solace. What the hell is that, right? We don't know what that is. So they go even further down Coruscant, all the way down to the original crust of the planet, which is way the heck down there. And they don't know what they're looking for. They don't know if Solace is a place, a building, an organization, a group, people. They have no idea what it is. Eventually, they come across this person, and they're like, "What are you doing down here?" And he's like, "We're looking for solace." And they're like, "You're looking for solace? Come with me." Okay, we're gonna go with you. And he leads them to this group of people. Of course, we know it's a trap, right? Turns out that the person that led them to the group of people there, that's Solace. Solace isn't a place or a building or a group. Solace is a single person, and their entire job is to trap people, bring them to the group, and then steal all of their supplies and information, and so that they can live on the crust of Coruscant. And Ferris is like, "Whoa, hey, on a minute, I'm a Jedi," and this little guide is like, "Well, you should have led with that. You should have told us you were a Jedi." He takes off his helmet. Turns out Solace is the Jedi that they were looking for. Whew. We finally find Phi Tor. She is the group's leader, who is hanging out in the crust of Coruscant. And they're like, "Well, we finally found you." And he's like, so Ferris is talking to Solace or Phi, and they're like, "What are you doing down here?" And he's like, "I'm here for you. I'm here because I'm going through the galaxy, and I am finding lost Jedi, and I'm bringing them to my asteroid camp." And Solace is like, "Yeah, I'm not going. Why the hell would I do that? It's a stupid idea. I'm not doing that." So he tells Solace about the Jedi Temple and about the Jedi lightsabers, and that Malorum and Vader, or especially Malorum, are looking for the erased, and they're looking for all these people, and they plan on destroying the lower levels of Coruscant to get rid of this opposition. And and he also mentions that Malorum said that there's a spy in Solace's network. He implanted an Imperial spy down there, and he says, "Well, you got to leave. You're all in danger. So either you can come with me to my little asteroid camp, or you should at least leave Coruscant because they're gunning for you." And Solace is like, "Well, wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Did you say there were lightsabers in the temple?" "Oh no, the Jedi can't. The Sith can't have those. They can't. Those are Jedi weapons. Those are like our holy objects. They can't have those lightsabers. That's desecration." So her brilliant idea is, we're going back to the temple. We're going back to the temple, and we're going to break in, and we're going to steal all the lightsabers. Okay. And Ferris is like, "Well, you know what? I do have to figure out what Malorum is up to and why he wants to know about Polis Massa. I need to find that out because I told Obi-Wan that I was going to stop Malorum. So you know what? This is a wonderful idea. We're going back." So back to the Jedi Temple they go. And as you can expect, not only is Malorum there, not only are there massive amounts of stormtroopers, there are battle droids there. Again, I don't know why they're using droids, but there's attack droids and battle droids there. And they basically walked into the lion's den, and Malorum's like, "Yes, I've got you now. I've got you now." And so they try to escape. They're not going to make it. And so Ferris sacrifices himself so that Solace and Trevor can escape from the temple and from the stormtroopers. And he's like, "All right, guys, you got me. You got me. You've got me. Here I go. You got me. I'm turning myself in." So now Ferris is a prisoner of Malorum and the Empire. Solace and Trevor do manage to get away. They go all the way back down to the crust, to the people, where the people are waiting. And just as they get there, there's explosions, there's blaster fire, there's dead bodies all over the place. And one of Solace's people is like, "We're under attack." And that's how the book ends. We don't know if the spy is attacking them or who's attacking them, but they're under attack. So that's the story. And, it was okay. It was just okay. I gave it a 3. It's doing its job. It's pushing the story along. On its own, it wasn't that good of a story, really. I mean, not a lot really happened. They made some questionable decisions. Why? You keep going back to the temple? I mean, they made some questionable decisions in the book. It really was a filler type book. It's really just meant to push the plot along of the overall series story. So it was just okay. It was something, if it was an episode of a TV show, I might skip and just, read a synopsis of it. Nothing too exciting, nothing too earth-shattering, just a meh type of book. I gave it a 3 on Goodreads, and that's where we are. At the end of the whole series, I'll give you an overall review or an overall number or rating of what I think the series is as a whole, but this individual book was just a 3. The next book that we're going to read is book number 4 in the series, Death on Naboo. Guess Malorum is still trying to figure out what the heck happened to Padme Amidala. That's the big mystery. That's what Malorum wants to find out. So guys, that is my review of the 3rd book in the last of the Jedi series. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Put some comments down below. Share it around. Tell your friends. Tell your enemies. Tell the people that you know that may be making some questionable decisions. And until next time, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. And I will see you in the next video.